We acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we record this podcast.
Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.
Since plastic-free relies upon us, you can guess what the focus will be in today's episode. The plastics.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. See what I did there?
I see.
Mean Girls.
You're a very clever girl.
I'm so clever. Oh, dad jokes. I'm sorry, but I'm not.
It's okay. I did see someone comment saying that they would compile some dad jokes for us on
That is
one
brilliant.
of the posts. So I think we should probably take them up on that offer.
I think we should take it up and see just how many we can work into each episode.
Definitely.
So plastic isn't bad. It isn't evil. It isn't wrong to use plastic, but often the way we use it is wrong. In fact, there are some really excellent reasons to use plastic. In countries or towns where the only clean water comes from a well, using plastic to carry that water into glass or pottery saves a lot of weight, and it's far more durable if you were to drop it. Using plastic in hospitals makes it more sanitary, it makes equipment cheaper, it saves countless lives.
Very important.
And plastic used in food storage, or certain foods anyway, means it will stay uncontaminated and safe to eat for a lot longer.
Very valid points.
Thank you. So yeah, when it's used correctly, plastic can reduce waste and it can save lives. But unfortunately, plastic is predominantly also used for convenience.
Yes.
Plastic takeaway containers, cups, cutlery, straws, all common culprits, as are bathroom products like wet wipes, Q-tips, period pads, tampons. You'll even find plastic used to heat seal your tea bags, and it's hidden within the ingredients of your chewing gum.
Ooh, I actually found a really good brand of plastic-free gum. I bought
Save
them
it.
at mental note. I'm gonna write it down.
Put it on your list.
Got it.
Plastic is everywhere, and unfortunately our plastic pollution is increasing year on year by about 9%. But we can make a difference by simply avoiding single-use plastic where it isn't needed. A great example is actually Disney. They banned a few single-use items from their parks and resorts, and that ban eliminated the use of 175 million straws and 13 million stirrers every year.
Holy crap, stirrers.
Yeah, those little drink things.
What? That's
People
ridiculous.
use them in coffees with like their sugar and
Holy
stuff.
moly.
Yeah.
Convenience definitely there. Wow.
So convenient, yeah. 13 million stirrers gone, poof, just because Disney banned them. And we can all make a difference individually too. So imagine you use a single-use coffee cup twice a day, 5 days a week in your work week. By swapping to a reusable, little old you can save 520 cups from entering landfill every year.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of coffees.
It's a lot of coffees, and that's a lot of cups that you can save. Now, I could go on and say about all those harrowing stats, especially when it comes to seabirds, ocean life. But I don't want to dwell on that too much. I want us to get practical.
For sure.
Let's look at our own experiences, the swaps that we have made to reduce plastic, what was easy, what was tough, and what we can recommend to our lovely listeners. So I've got about 7 swaps on my list today. Mikaela, how about you?
Look, to be perfectly honest with you, I thought I would wing this one today. I don't have a number, but I think I could probably come up with a lot. You've already triggered me, like my memories, and just what you said there, I'm like, oh yes, I've written a little note down, and
Okay.
I've got a few to go through.
Do you want any more thinking time, or do you want to jump us off?
Nah, I reckon we can go right into it, and probably the one that's fresh in my mind is actually gum. So I feel like I was never really like a huge gum fan, but it was like definitely one of those things, like especially in high school, someone pulls out gum and you're like, oh my gosh, and then your packet's gone because you're giving it to your friends. Or like the iconic Hubba Bubba and stuff like that.
Oh, I love the Hubba Bubba rolls.
I know. I haven't had gum for years. And at the big vegan market we went to recently, there was a little stall there called Honest Gum. And I was like, oh my gosh, I did not even think that there was an alternative. It's plastic free completely. Even the packaging comes in these little cardboard boxes. And I actually just spent $50 on gum. I did an online order because I couldn't find it anywhere. I found it from this like random website. I think it worked out to be like $3 something a pack. I think there's 12 pieces in it.
Okay. You have bulked.
I bulked.
On chewing gum.
Well, yeah, I was like, I'm going away and I get a bit of motion sickness. So they have like a lemon and ginger flavour. And I was like, that's perfect. It helps with nausea. There's a strawberry flavour and a eucalyptus mint. And there's a cinnamon one, which I wasn't too much of a fan of, but I did try it. So I stocked up.
That's really cool.
It's great. And I feel so cool when I, like, flip the little cardboard pack open. Like, I've got all the flavours in my bag at work. And then it's just like, I didn't realise how much I liked gum. So now I have a really cool alternative. And their packaging is, like, super aesthetic. I know that's, like, not really important, but, like, to me, sometimes it is.
It feels cool. And I think when it comes to things that are zero waste or, you know, green, all of this, like, greenwashing stuff, this isn't greenwashing, but, you know, things that want to appear green, it really does help to stand out and look cool because then people notice it.
Absolutely. And I think they'd recently just done a rebrand because I was, like, looking at their Instagram.
Oh.
I did have a really big stalk, like, after I found them at Big Vegan. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cool. So they've done, like, a really cool brand, like, rebrand. I'll show you just very quickly. Aesthetic-y. Cool. I don't know if you can see that.
Ooh,
like,
yes, I see.
Like, pastel-y colours and...
Nice.
Yeah, so do rate that. Plastic-free in all the senses.
Nice.
So that
do you
was
have a favourite flavour?
I really like the strawberry one.
Ooh.
Yeah, strawberry's really
nice.
nice. And I didn't realise how much I missed it. I mean, it was a very easy swap. It's just not one of those things you can pick up at the supermarket. It's like a special order. But if you like something, you spend $40, $50 on it and have it stock in the pantry.
Was that to avoid paying postage?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I knew I
absolutely
liked it.
do that.
So I was like, what's the point in buying, like, one pack of each flavour? I'll just get 4.
Like, well...
I was like, 12
You're
pieces.
going to eat it.
How many pieces am I going to have? 4 packs of each flavour. I think that's valid.
Oh, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, so very good. So it's an easy swap when you know.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy as well that the selling point is that it has 0 plastic? It was like, what the heck? What do you mean chewing gum has plastic in it?
I know. See, I think I stopped eating gum because of, it might have been gelatin or something animal related. I didn't even think about the plastic thing. So then when I saw this one, I was like, oh my gosh. Thinking like, plastic-free packaging. But the gum itself, I'm pretty sure the gum itself is, I don't want to say biodegradable, compostable, one of them. It's like, obviously because it's not plastic. It's made from like tree sap of something. I'll let you guys do your research and have a look, but it's, I can vouch.
Yummy tree sap.
Yummy. So yeah.
Yes, we will have it linked in the show notes, everything that we mentioned today and any stats I will try and link as well.
Perfecto. Do you want to go for your easy one or do you want me to keep going?
Yes, my easy one, top of my list, I've got a few, is my safety razor. It's it is so amazing. I love my safety razor so much. And I love this swap in particular because I thought it was going to be so hard.
Yes.
And because I thought it was going to be so hard, I didn't do it for so long. Because I thought, like, but I'm used to a Gillette Venus 5-blade, ultra smooth
marketing,
bloody blah. Yeah. How can this one blade do what 5 blades do? And oh my gosh, I can't tell you, Mikaela, it's the best thing in my life. That one blade does the trick.
Absolutely.
I've never had smoother underarms.
I know.
It's the best. And I love that after I've had it for like 2 years, it still looks new. Like it's sparkly.
Stainless steel one
like
or?
Stainless. It's a rose gold colour.
Oh, I almost bought that one. I think I cheaped out and bought the gunmetal colour. And I remember...
The black?
Yeah, I think it is.
Oh, that one's sexy.
It's pretty nice. I remember when we did our first sort of lot of recording, I'm pretty sure you mentioned a safety razor. And at that point, I was still too terrified to try it. Yeah. And now you're exactly right. I love it. Amazing. It's so good. It pays for itself.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you've joined us.
Yes. Join the dark side.
Join us. Yes, if you're going to shave, use a safety razor.
Yeah, game changer.
One of my guy friends, he's got a safety razor that's like specifically for beards and like trimming. So you can choose a different kind of grade and it like twists and adjusts. So if you want to have, I guess if you want to not totally shave.
Yeah, you can just bit of a trim.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It is amazing. I think I took a picture of it in his bathroom. I was like, excuse me, why is this
I'm just going to take a photo of your razor.
Hi, I'm just greening out over here about your safety razor.
I love that.
That's a phase, right?
Yeah, it is now anyway.
Oh, yeah, so safety razors. Mine is from Cappy. And one of the things that I think scared me the most was I thought that the razor would be like totally straight.
Yeah.
But if you look at it when it's in there, it sort of curves.
Yeah.
Which means it just sort of contours nicely with your skin.
Definitely.
And it's just, it's my life. Not that I shave that regularly at all.
Guilty.
Hi, it's winter.
Yeah, it's fine. Extra warmth, right?
Yeah, but when I do, I think I've just changed the blades. So, it's gonna be the best.
Fresh. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're very good.
Yeah, that's my number one. I love it.
Amazing.
All right, let's swap. What's your next one, Mikaela?
Another good one?
Either way, want to tell us
I'm
one
going to
that
do
was
another
quite
good
hard?
one. Also, I'm going to do a good one first, and then I've got plenty of others. But only because it's fresh in my mind, because you said the coffee cup statistics.
Oh, yeah?
So I actually wasn't that much of a coffee drinker. Like, I drink tea, and I could never find, like, a good tea mug. So I've started drinking coffee in the past, like, few years, and I actually have 2 mugs that I rotate, because sometimes I'm lazy and I don't want to wash them, and then they get a bit gross, you know? So I've got one that's actually like a I want to say porcelain cup with like a silicone lid, and it is so satisfying to drink out of. Like, it's got a bit of weight to it. It feels really good, and it's like nice and warm. And then the other one I've got is a bamboo, also with the silicone lid, and the silicone lids are like soft. They're not the really hard ones. So once I did that, like, I take it with me everywhere. Every time I'm bringing a drink, like whether it be tea or coffee or whatever, I'll take it with me.
That's so good.
I think if you're like in the car and then like in an office job or something, a porcelain one would be all right. But if you're kind of got to be a little more delicate and maybe put it in your bag after the fact, the bamboo one's also a good choice.
Yes, and I'm sure it's lightweight as well.
Absolutely, so light. I did drop one and it broke. I was very surprised. I think I just hit it at the exact right spot and it broke. And then I got my replacement one from an op shop.
Oh, brilliant.
So I think it was like $2 or something. It was a little bit smaller, but it's like kind of cute being smaller. And I think it'd still be fine to take, like, if you're going to get a takeaway coffee from a cafe or anything, they'd be great to use as well. Yeah, so I think that was a pretty easy one, and I feel cool having like a fun coloured mug as well. So I think that's an easy one.
I think I'd be way too petrified to have a ceramic one because I know I'll drop it straight away.
Yeah, see, I think it's good for if you're not on public transport, like you're in your own car or you're going straight into an office, or, you know, I mean, I do take it to work and I just set it down on the concrete somewhere, like, it's fine. It's touch wood now, I'm going to break it.
Please tell me you don't take it on any roofs.
No. It's just on the ground. Okay. No under houses. Just, in the van, out of the van. And then, like, if we're at a customer's house or something and we want a coffee, I feel a bit more, like, less awkward in my own cup.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Like, even though there are plenty of regular cups at my work, I've bought in 2 of my own mugs.
Yeah. Sometimes you just have a thing. It's like with cutlery or mugs or cups or whatever, like you have a favourite one and then everything else is just...
I do, yeah. Like, they have a feeling about them.
Yeah.
And I have one that's
not
slightly
as nice
bigger.
To drink out of.
Yeah, my slightly bigger one is like, oh, is it a big tea day? Yeah, it is. So, like, that's my... Yeah. That's it.
That's it.
And
that's it.
I think they are the cheaper mugs that I own as well. So I won't be heartbroken if I drop it and it smashes. But actually, I have 2 takeaway mugs as well. Well, look, I have more than that, but I have 2 that have become like the go-to mugs, cups.
You've got ones that have like a closable lid, right? Like, so less spillage.
Yes. The ones I have are like pretty tight because I just know that at some point I'm going to forget it's there. Tip it up.
Yeah. You're like, whoop.
Yeah. I think one's thermal, so if I've got a long way to go or I want it to stay hot for a long time, then I use that one.
Yes, and I do often drink cold tea and cold coffee.
It is brilliant. I can't tell you, though, how many times I've thought, maybe it's cold enough now. Maybe I can drink it. And then it's burnt me. Yeah, after a half-hour train journey.
What?
So it might be too good, honestly. So I have the other one, which is the complete other end of the scale, but it's collapsible.
Oh, yes, they are cool.
So that one's great.
How do you find using those and like washing them?
Oh, pretty good, actually. I generally take it with me camping because I don't really get takeaway drinks. And I'll just rinse it out with a bit of water after using it. So I'll have like days of teas, rinsed out with water, and it's just fine.
It's fine.
If it was coffee or something a bit more milky, maybe there would be an issue.
So I don't have milk in my coffee, so I guess it's just water.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not a coffee snob. People are going to judge me. I'm like, instant coffee all the way.
No, don't you worry. I'm like the opposite of a chai snob, where I want the cheapest powdered chai. And that's my taste buds. I'm really sorry that I'm not a better person to everyone, but that's where I am.
Disgraceful.
I know. Okay, so what's your hard swap?
My hard one, I think. Look, I've tried loose leaf tea, and I know I'm not as big of a tea drinker as you. But I think I just am lazy in that sense. Like, I have quite a lot of loose leaf teas and, like, you know, the cute little pots that you make. But, like, when you just want a single cup, I've tried those, what are they called? Like, tea balls or, like, the dunk thingies, you know? Technical term.
Strainers, I guess?
Strainer? Yeah. But I've, like, the only tea I've ever gotten is, like, from T2. And I feel like it's a lot easier now in the supermarket. There are some loose leaf alternatives, but often if you're just at the shops and you're like, oh, we need tea, like, I just grab a box and it's bags. And I feel like I'm not going to lie to myself. Like, I've probably known about the plastic in tea bags for a little too long to still be using them. But I think it's just a habit thing. So I found that really hard to try and shake.
Yeah, I know exactly how you feel. I have stopped using tea bags with plastic in them, but it really grinds my gears because that means you have to pay a lot more for the tea bags. However, saying that, if you pay attention to the sales, T2 doesn't use plastic in their tea bags.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so I really stocked up at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
They had a massive sale in January, so hell yes.
Okay, so just look out for the sales.
Yeah, because I'm on the same boat as you. Like, for ages, I was a very good girl. I used only loose leaf. Love tea is brilliant, and of course, T2 does heaps. You can go to like certain zero waste stores and bulk stores, and you can get loose leaf there.
Yeah, I see. I don't have any of those near me. Like, we've just got, you know, the traditional Woolies and Aldi. Grr.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, online, the world of online, you know, I can bulk buy gum. I'm sure I can buy some loose tea.
Yes, absolutely. And loose leaf will be 100% cheaper than getting plastic-free bags. But if you want to be lazy like I'm currently being, T2 sales.
Yeah, T2 sales. Okay, mental note. Actually, I'm going to write that down.
That's one email list you want to be on, guys.
All right. Hit me with your next one. Have you got a good one or a bad one?
Well,
a hard one, rather.
I want to
bad.
Rewind slightly because on my list of hard, I've put finding the right cup.
Oh, yes.
You know, I said before, like, I've actually got heaps of cups. I have too many cups, and
it's very easy to get sucked into.
I went through too many, and like so many that are better for coffees, better for people that get the train every day, get takeaway coffees at work. That wasn't actually my reason for getting one. So like a keep cup just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
But I thought, oh, I need a keep cup. Everyone's got a keep cup. If I'm going to be
they must be good.
If I'm going to be sustainable and save the world and be a sustainable influencer, I need a keep cup.
Yeah.
So that keep cup is very unloved. I'm really sorry to my keep cup. And I went through, I think, 2 other cups, and like another one was just given to me. But eventually I came across like what works for me. And that's brilliant. But of course, then there's quite a few cups that I've kind of wasted along the way.
Well, I mean, you could clean them thoroughly and donate them to the op shop. Someone could buy them. Like, I bought my coffee cup from the op shop.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I wasn't sure if something like that was hygienic enough.
I know. I kind of thought, I mean, they sell like pots and pans and cups and mugs and stuff, and I bought cups from the shop before, and then the coffee cup I bought as well, like, all dismantles. So I was like, I can clean this appropriately.
Yeah.
But it's totally true. Like, I feel like you can get sucked down the rabbit hole of all the different options. Because I know Jake, at a vegan fair as well, Jake bought a mug, and I think I convinced him to buy it. And it was, from one of those vegan fair market things. And it was, I believe, a bamboo one with a twisty lid with the top you press down to open and close.
Oh,
so it, like, seals.
Yes. I think I had that.
But very similar to, like, what you had. But I just cannot. I just do not like it. I don't know. And I feel like someone made something in there and has, like, a residual
I agree.
smell.
Yeah. I stay away from plastic cups now for that reason.
Yeah, and now I'm just like, and I'm real weird with smells. Like, if I go to someone's house, like, no judgment, I would never say anything to them. But, like, if I go to someone's house and, like, pick a cup up and, like, have some water, and then as you lift it up to your nose, sometimes there's, like,
the smell of a different drink. Yeah.
Something else, and I'm just like, I'm not thirsty anymore, thank you.
Yeah, if that was the case, like, if I drank coffee and I had a cup that just had that coffee smell, I could only use it for coffee then.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing.
You don't want to drink orange juice and get like a whiff of coffee.
Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad I'm not alone. I thought I was like a little bit crazy, and I've mentioned it to Jake sometimes, and he's like, this cup doesn't smell, it's fine. And I'm like, it smells. He's like, you're crazy. And I'm like, it definitely smells.
Just don't get it, Jake. Oh my gosh.
No. Oh, now I can go talk to him and be like, Chloe says cups smell too sometimes, so...
That's right. 2 against 1 now, Jake. You heard it. Heard it here.
Exactly.
I'm going to whip into one of my easy ones, and that is conditioner bars.
Yes.
So shampoo bars are actually in my hard category. We can return to that. But conditioner bars, I got like a sample pack from Etique. I'm sure you know about Etique.
We, I think, got the same sample pack from a runway show.
Oh my gosh, yes, we did. Oh.
And that's where my journey started too, but I'll let you continue.
Well, my hair journey, my journey. Yeah, there were, I think, 2 conditioner bars in that pack, and they were both just brilliant. They vibed with my hair straight away, and I actually really love the sample size, the little hearts. I would actually just buy more of the sample size conditioner bars if they make that a thing. And they're just brilliant. Like, it took me a long time to find the right plastic-free shampoos for all of my hair, but straight away those Etique conditioners just amazing. And I think for a long time I'd also stopped using conditioner, and to then go back to and being like, oh, holy cow, it actually does something.
Yeah. My hair is so soft and silky.
Wow, what is this? Oh my goodness, so silky and amazing. And yeah, it's brilliant. I love conditioner bars so much. Etique, thank you. I would try other brands, but I'm still going.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I feel like they last a long time too.
Oh,
like,
so
it's
long.
surprising. Yeah, I had that same sample pack as you, and then I went through, I think, a shampoo bar and a conditioner bar, and then I just restocked a new one, and I feel like the cube is just like constantly the same size.
Yeah, it takes
like
ages.
It just doesn't change.
Ages to go down. Absolutely.
No, I agree with you. I think I haven't had a trouble with shampoo and conditioner. I feel like I just have been really lucky.
Yay.
But I know some people are very particular with hair products.
Yeah.
So what was your issue with shampoo?
Yeah, well, I guess I'll go straight to the hard category. My hair is really thick. Right now it's like ridiculously long. I have horse girl energy over here. And it's also extremely thick. So the summer is not my time, although I love it. It's just like a big clump of sweat on my forehead. But I struggle with dandruff like all the time.
Oh,
and so throughout my life, like in the UK, I used Boots, which like Boots is just like the chemist throughout all of the UK. And like Boots had their own brand of like coconut shampoo that worked for me for ages. Then one day they changed the formula and it didn't quite vibe anymore. So then I went to using like a specific Tresemme one for years. They changed something about it. Like I couldn't find something again.
Why?
I know. I was finally getting happy. And my friend also then bought me like an expensive one. There was actually an Aussie brand. I forgot what it's called right now. Oway, I want to say, which was glass as well. So it's glass with a little pump plastic action.
Fancy.
Yeah, it was brilliant. It was fancy. It was pretty expensive. But that was great for a bit, but a bit too pricey for me, to be honest.
Yeah,
and
not sustainable money-wise.
Yes, yeah, not sustainable for my bank at the time.
Yes.
And actually I went on to Lush. So like Lush had one called Jason and the Argan Oil, which I loved. That shampoo bar I thought brilliant. First shampoo bar I've ever tried. It works for me. Excellent. However, those shampoo bars and some other shampoo bars, so be careful, they have a lot of SLS in them, which is sodium lauryl sulfate, and that is what makes it bubble, froth, and like lather really easily. And not every shampoo bar has it, of course, but if it is in a shampoo bar, and the same thing is in liquid shampoos that make it all frothy.
Yeah, right.
But in a bar, they make it really, really strong. Like the dose is kind of higher because it's got to go further in the bar. It was a really concentrated amount of SLS. And so while it worked for me and it was really strong, I knew that it was kind of shedding my hair too much of like the good stuff as well.
It's like stripping it.
Yeah, totally stripped it too much. So I stepped away from that, and it took me ages, honestly, to find something that then really worked with my hair. But I do have a few that I'll just like whiz through. The first one that really, really worked for me were actually these beauty cubes.
Oh, I remember you using those.
They're so good. I still love them. They're actually like really good value for money as well.
Yeah.
You get like 24 of these little cubes in a box, and so it's all plastic free, and you just use a cube, rinse it under water, it crumbles up and lathers and like forms a liquid in your hands. So it goes from solid to liquid like pretty damn easily, and then you just rub it through your hair. It lathers up.
So cool.
It's brilliant. There are some other ones that I liked as well that were, it was liquid, but it was like liquid that came in an aluminium can. So there was zero plastic that way. Yeah, it's so good. That one's a UK brand. I'll link it because I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then Atik came out with their bars that you then mix with hot water to turn into liquid shampoo.
Oh, yeah, I haven't tried those.
That was brilliant. That works for me straight away.
Yeah, right.
Then, most recently, my friend Tina, she runs Big Blue Cosmetica.
Oh, yeah.
And I tried her green and gold shampoo bar, and it's brilliant. Lathers up super, super well. It kind of gets this sort of layer of lather around it, and it's just excellent. Like, I can't rave about it enough, and it's like really, really good stuff in it, really good value for money. And so I go through phases of like, which one's my favorite, and right now, Big Blue Cosmetica is winning.
That's awesome. I feel like sometimes it's good to, you know, mix it up and try a few different things.
Yeah. I mean, what if your hair gets too used to something? Because I still get a bit of dandruff, but I actually use a concoction of argan oil and tea tree oil to mix through my scalp before having a shampoo.
Yeah, right.
Like, let it soak in there for a bit, because I think both of those are meant to be pretty good and like kind for your scalp and for dandruff.
The more you know.
Well, that's my little hair rant. Goodness me. It took me ages, honestly, to find what worked, but it's been a good few years of happy hair now.
Hey, that's good.
Yes.
Happy hair.
Happy hair. I hit you with another one of my easy ones.
Go for it.
This is along the same vein as the safety razor because I was stupidly scared. And look, you know where I'm going with this. We're going to have a whole episode about it.
Yes.
Yeah. Period products. Woo!
Absolutely.
I love them. I've got to say right now I'm in a lazy mood and I pretty much just use period underwear.
Oh my God, feels.
Right?
Yeah. Sometimes I'm just like, can't be bothered. Undies it is.
Yeah, but my gateway, I think, was still the menstrual cups. Well, gateway, like the thing that changed the game for me.
Yeah.
Total game changer. It was like, what do you mean I never have to buy tampons again?
Absolutely.
What do you mean I don't have to get a weird chafy feeling? Whenever a certain application goes on.
No, absolutely. I agree with you. Game changer. I actually had this conversation with one of the guys at work. I can't remember how it came up, and he said something, and I was like, are you curious? Because I have a lot of information. It might be TMI, but... And then I just, like, blurted out all of this period-related information for, you know, products like that.
Yeah.
I was, like, talking about menstrual cups and period underwear, and then he was kind of like... He sort of went a bit quiet, and I was like, okay, I think I've really said enough.
Was that too much?
I was like, sorry, I'll stop.
Like, well, my personal flow.
Well, I actually think I said something about that. I was like, oh, some days, you know.
Yeah.
Probably was that comment that he was just like, I've had enough.
Uh-oh.
But definitely, I feel like it's changed my entire perspective on my period, because I feel like I used to dread it, and now I'm like, easy, whatever. Like,
yeah. And it is so easy, especially with the reusable pads and reusable pants. You can just keep them in a little, like, sanitary bag in your bag for when you're ready. It's brilliant.
If you got a surprise, you can just pop on your undies, and they're comfy. Like, I feel like some people are kind of like, oh, you know, it's going to feel like a nappy. But it's like, if you've worn pads, the underwear is going to be 100 times better.
Oh, so much better. I love them.
I hate pads. Like, I think back now into my high school and being like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I wish I had this stuff available. It would have been so much better.
Yes. So yeah, period products. I won't get too deep into it, knowing that we will properly cover them.
Forever.
But
absolutely,
listeners, take our word for it. Hit up either of us if you want some recommendations in the meantime. We love talking about periods. We're not weird.
Weirdly. No, I just said weirdly and you said we're not weird.
We're not weird, I swear.
Look, I feel like the taboo or whatever is sort of gone now. I think back to high school, and I think back to I had this little like pouch that I'd hide stuff in, and my pads, like I used to slip up my sleeve and go to the bathroom and be like, oh, I'm not doing anything, like nobody knows I'm on my period. But now I feel like if I was in high school now, I'd be like, girl, have you tried this cup? It's so good. I got my undies on today. Like, I feel like I'd be a completely different person.
Yes.
Like, no fear now. Just want to help everyone else feel as good as they can in that time, because honestly, like, be comfortable.
Yes. Shout out to Modi Body. If they existed when I was growing up as a teen, they've got like the Modi Body Red line, which is their teen period underwear.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would really love them to just make those designs adult as well because they're so funky.
Absolutely.
They're so cool.
We want funky prints and stuff.
Yes.
Like black and beige, please.
Give me more.
Me the prints.
Give me unicorns, rainbows.
Absolutely. Oh, that's so funny.
Okay. Do you have any more swaps for me?
I don't know if it's really a swap, but this is a conversation for another time, but like just being aware of your waste, like in terms of plastic free. I feel like you can't necessarily go completely plastic free, but now that I sort my stuff, my waste into general waste, like compost and soft plastics and recyclings, I feel like I have much less.
Yeah.
So that's something to keep in mind.
Yeah, if you sort through it like that, you must be so much more conscious of what each thing is.
Absolutely.
Cool. But
yeah, we can save that for another one because I think there's plenty of information on that.
Yes, probably coming up on a time. Well, I've got a couple of bonus swaps for when you're out and about. And one of them, I came up with this one the other day because we go to Grilled every single Monday for their like 2-for-1 vegan burger thing.
Yes.
And every so often, because Tarek is a student, he gets like a free student drink. And it reminded me, like every time we get drinks out, and Grilled is like such a weird one, or I guess places like that where it's like they give you takeaway stuff, but you could eat it inside.
Yes, so annoying.
Like Grilled has the paper cups for chips. Hot chips,
Why?
as you
Put
say
it on
in
a
this.
plate.
Yeah, and so every time now we have to request, like if it's a new server, they get really confused, like, oh, I don't know if we can do that. And we have to tell them, like, well, you've got salad bowls and you can put the chips in that. And they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And so people are learning, and I actually want to, like, covertly? Whichever one means secretly. Covert, there we go. I want to covertly go in and make my own little poster saying, hey, customers, did you know you can ask for chips on a plate?
Yes. I feel like you could totally do that because you could make something that looks legit.
I could.
I mean,
but I won't do
wipe
it.
that from the record. Chloe's not at all going to do that.
I would never do that.
Never, ever. I like the idea though.
Yeah, great. Someone should do that.
Yeah.
Someone should do that. But the other thing, like, so in Grilled, we ask for the bowls. But if we ever go somewhere and you can just get a drink, from the fridge, we will always opt for the drinks that are not in plastic. So the aluminium
like
cans, glass bottles. Yeah, if it's plastic, we don't get it, basically. And that's just a way to make sure there's a bit less waste. Because yes, aluminium and glass, they go into recycling as well. But within the streams, they are far easier to be recycled. Aluminium, I think, is like the most easy to recycle out of all of them. So if you can, opt for that. So that's one of my swaps for out and about. Oh, I have one more, which is, especially in Coles, because they've got the pick and mix in my store, using mushroom bags, the paper mushroom bags for pick and mix instead of the plastic pick and mix bags.
I do that for veggies sometimes.
Yeah.
And I get to the counter and they're like,
what is in the bag?
It's beans or it's spinach or it's,
Yeah. Like, something. If it is pick and mix, then you can just still weigh it and put the little sticker on it. And the staff,
that's a great little tip.
Honestly, don't care.
Can you, with the Coles pick and mix, can you bring your own containers?
You could,
or does it?
But the weight would still be counted.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. So you'd be paying extra to use your own container.
Yes, and you still need to get the little printout sticker thing.
Yeah. So then you're gonna have sticky residue all over your container.
Yeah. So if you've got something super lightweight, great.
Yeah.
Or it might be worth getting the little produce bags.
Yeah. True.
Yes, that's it. And of course, with spinach as well. Please leave spinach. Then we get the mushroom bags and use that for them as well.
I find that they do well, like some produce does better in those bags than in plastic. I feel like it sweats and you put it in the fridge and then you go to use it and you're like, what the hell? It's all squishy. Do you know, it's kind of a science experiment now. I don't really know if it's, I have some spring onion in the fridge in a glass of water that's been in there. Like I changed the water out, but it's been in there for like probably like 2 months. And it's growing new sprouts.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Yeah, so, I mean, I've tried different ones where I've put, the roots in a jar and left it on the windowsill with water and then it sprouts and I've planted it.
Yeah.
But I was like, we went away to Tassie last month and I left them in the fridge And then I came back and I was like,
and it was fine.
these look good.
Wow.
So now I'm just like checking on them sporadically and they're going great. So I don't know if I'm going to like poison myself or surely not. It's just like,
it should be fine.
someone tell me if I'm doing something wrong. But yeah, it's currently going well.
Yeah, spring onion, I mean, before...
one of the easiest ones to grow.
Yeah, before Coco was Be Kind, like Tarek was already doing that. Was spring onion was always just like out on the windowsill in water.
Yeah.
And like eventually it gets a bit green on the roots, but you just wash it.
Yeah. Okay, good. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it hasn't really gotten green on the roots. I've just changed the water over and I have a little
brilliant
garden in my fridge.
Aww. We've got like a massive fridge now, well, comparatively to what we had before.
All mine.
But we just don't have like the level height to do that.
Yeah.
I wish we did. Like if maybe we can rearrange.
Mind you, yeah, my fridge is tiny. And they just fit. It's like probably like, I don't know, maybe a little bit bigger than my hand.
Yeah.
And it like just fits. I feel like the tops of them are like bending. But
okay, so they're quite short.
Yeah, they're not like a whole stalk. They're like little-ish.
Okay, gotcha.
So
I guess we just...
How funny. I've just taken up the entire
the
fridge
whole
of
thing.
spring onions.
Wait, where are all the shells, Mikaela? Experiment.
It's spring onion. Sorry. Can't let it go to waste.
Yeah, we've got spring onion on the windowsill and we've got bok choy.
Yeah, I've tried that a couple times, but every time I've planted it, it's just not worked. I'll try again.
Yeah, try again.
I do have a lot of avocado seeds that I've planted that are growing into cute little baby plants.
Yay, a friend for Stephen.
Yeah, not as big as yours, definitely not. Little,
well, look, that was the Demigorgon. The Demigorgon died.
Oh,
yeah.
What?
I'm really sad about it. He was living his best life in a pot outside, thriving, loved life, and Stephen was doing okay in a smaller pot outside.
Yeah.
And we decided to take the plunge and put the Demigorgon in the ground because we knew eventually he was going to outlive the pot.
Yeah.
And
you just
our soil just destroyed him.
Killed it.
Yeah.
No,
our soil is
so
like a soggy clay mess unless you get it in the right place and like the different levels of sun and everything. And like I think it got root shock because of putting it in the ground. It was a terrible time. So the Demigorgon died. It's really sad about it. And
how's Stephen?
Stephen's fine. Stephen loves being an only child, I think.
Oh.
Like he's come into his own. He's outside, has a much bigger pot now. We got those wooden barrels chopped in half.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So he's in one of them and he's got all of these like clovers around him.
Cute.
So cute. They're like their own little ecosystem, I like to think. So yeah, Stephen's doing great, thank you. He's like
very good.
He's sort of wide as opposed to just
tall,
shooting for the heavens like the Demogorgon was. So yeah, make some friends for Stephen. They could be pen pals. They can have their own Instagram. I don't know.
Oh well, yeah, we can take photos of I can post a bloody photo of my fridge spring onions or of my maybe just a story because we don't want to ruin our feed, you know.
Nah, banging on green girls.
My little avocado plant. Yeah,
people might care. You never know.
Maybe. I mean, people can judge me too if that's entertainment. Sure.
We can do a story and then we can ask people to share their plants and what their names are.
Yes. Mind you, I don't think I've named any of my plants.
Oh, well, hurry up. We've got stories to do.
Plants. Okay, name plants.
At least your chili plant.
Yeah, that one I've actually had for a long time and it's been through some shit.
That chili plant has earned a title.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it was my first Christmas with Jake.
No way.
And his mum bought it for me. So that's probably like 6 years old.
Wow. Dude, well done.
I know. Touch wood. Don't die on me now.
Stay. Maybe it's a sign like if you've nurtured your relationship with Jake, then you're nurturing the plant as well.
Yeah.
If it starts dying, you need to worry.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
It's my oldest plant.
It's another old name.
Yay. Greg. I don't know why it's the first name I thought of.
If you can't think of anything, then at least we can ask
Greg.
The 40-odd followers.
Yes, I'll be like, hey, followers, please name my chili plant.
Please name Greg.
Oh, gosh.
Well, I think we've suitably blabbered, haven't we?
Yes, I think we have, definitely.
Actually, I've written a little thing here about stuff I haven't implemented to be like, look, hey, not perfect. Because there are definitely things that I know I can do, but it is just that balance of time, honestly. Like there's an amount of my time that I really just want to sit down, do nothing, watch Netflix. listen
need
to
to
the
have a
wheel
good
of time.
balance.
Yeah, I need
Mhm.
that. And so there are things that I know I could do. So I still buy sliced bread in plastic bread bags.
Shit, me too.
And I know that I could buy regular loaves from the shop next door.
Mm.
Or I know that I could even make my own bread. And I don't do
Big
either of those
commitment.
things. I do,
Mhm.
of course, red cycle the plastic bags. So
Yes, definitely.
I don't punch myself or anything. But I
No,
still
I feel
know
like
that
a
there
lot
is
of-
another step.
Yeah, I think a lot of bread tags now is cardboard.
Yeah,
I've seen-
true.
most of the ones I've gotten have been cardboard, but yes,
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that as a fact, and I am also guilty
Yeah.
of bread buying.
I think I bring that one up because I think a lot of people do it, but also there will be plenty of people that bake their own bread.
Oh, for sure.
And then
magical superstars.
And then don't do some other things. So we
Yeah.
all sort of balance out in different ways. Like,
Absolutely.
it's what do you have time for? What benefits your life the most? And on that same vein, I still buy oat milk despite knowing that I can really easily make it at home. Really easily. But I do not give myself the time to do it.
No, exactly right. It's a convenience thing. You think, oh, I can buy this thing
Yeah.
for, $2 something, or I can spend however much time milking my own oats.
So I think if I have spare weekends, maybe I should just have it in my calendar. Like, if you have time, Chloe,
Something to try. Anyway.
blend up your damn oats. Because it doesn't even take that long.
I've never done it.
It's so easy. I've got like a nut milk bag, which is basically like a bag that's a strainer. And it's just really, really fine, But you can just use a sieve or, a very fine sieve as well.
Yeah, my sieve would not work. Maybe I'm making excuses.
Maybe you are.
It's definitely a time thing, though, for sure.
Yeah, time, lack of planning, lack of even self-belief that I can do it. Because I'm like,
Definitely.
I will fuck up making the bread. Why would I do it if it's going to be terrible and I won't eat it?
And a fear of not getting it right. But I mean, like, when you try something new, you're most likely not going to get it right the first time, or you're not going to be perfect at it.
Yeah.
But I definitely have that fear.
Yeah.
And it's like the veggie garden. Like, I'm like, oh, I don't really know what I'm doing. But now I'm just like, screw it. I'm just going to try and grow some seeds. And if they grow, cool. If not, then I might do some more research.
And if not, then that's fine. I'll just crawl into the corner.
I'll just cry.
It's fine.
I'll water them with my tears.
Oh my gosh. And then they died because my tears were salty.
It's too salty.
I don't know what I did wrong.
Okay. Maybe don't do that.
Sorry. Shall we wrap up the episode? How are you feeling?
I think so. Hopefully we've got a few things covered, but there's definitely some easy ones and some not so easy ones there. But any little thing I think is a good thing to try. Make a start.
Yeah. Well, happy plastic-free July, Mikaela.
Happy plastic-free July.
Thank you guys for listening to today's show. We hope you enjoyed it. And if you enjoyed it, then could you please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts? Woohoo! Now that we know we're there, you can listen to us everywhere.
Spotify.
Seems like Spotify. Whoop, whoop.
So fun.
You can follow the podcast on Instagram at greengirls.podcast. You can follow me on Instagram with @BeKindCoco. And you can follow Mikaela on Instagram with @Mikaela Hoffman or @RetroKittyVintage.
Coming soon.
Coming soon. If you'd like to email us to become a sponsor, or actually for any reason, you can do this via greengirlspodcast@gmail.com. And if you'd like to support us further, you can hopefully do this on Patreon. Just
soon.
Search for us and we might be there.
Maybe.
Who knows? We'll leave the mystery up to you.
Yes.
That is all, folks. Look up episodes every other Wednesday because on Wednesdays we podcast. We hope you enjoyed listening to our ramblings today. And until next time, remember, it doesn't matter if you take it slow. It matters that you take a step. Bye.
Bye.
Woohoo.